Yeah, Alex. So I had to repent. I told him Fauci was my hero. Oh, hey, we're live. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the show, your favorite and the best political commentary show on Thursday nights. Dare I say, Alex, that we are number one under certain parameters. If you want to know what those are, just ask. I'd be happy to tell you. We have what has been the slowest news week of the year, but I still got a fire show planned for you. Alex, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing absolutely amazing. Thank you for preparing a fire show for us because it has been an absolutely slow week. Not that we don't have any problems in America, plenty of problems, but just the same old problems, you know?
Right. It's the same problems we've been rehashing every summer or all summer, not every summer, but all summer long. All the political commentators were boring this week, but you know what? We, I think, broke the mold for the weekly shows. You're saying, Steven Crowder, he was all right this week. Tim Pool, meh. But Jeremiah and Alexx, conservative rants,
on
my
point.
Goodness, on point. You are going to leave this show today, and you're going to be like, I'm so glad that I came across this show on YouTube. Or are we only on YouTube? Are we only on YouTube
tonight?
Today?
We are only on YouTube.
Tonight we are only on YouTube. We're eventually going to be on Rumble. We're eventually going to be on X and all the things. I promise you, we're going to be on all the things. But we got, Alex, like I was telling you before the show, you'll want to stick around to the end because I got an X file that is so strange. I debated whether we should do it, Alex. That's how strange that it is. And we've talked about some pretty strange X files, but this one, I think, I don't know. I mean, you don't know what it is. I don't think.
But no, I'm going into this completely blind. Usually I get some sort of heads up. But no, this week is completely blind and it's the weirdest X file. All right. I'll have to stick around to the end.
You might have to stick around to the end, Alex. No bailing early. No bailing early. Our headline news story, Alex. I'm covering this. I'm hoping to get a long form video out here soon about this. But Lindsay Clancy, a mother of 3, strangled her 3 children to death. She is on trial and she is facing immense support from affluent white female liberals. Matt Walsh is at war on X, just women coming at his neck for his opinion on this whole thing. So we're going to get to that. And then, of
Candace Owens supporters are down bad. They moved on.
Yes, in fact, I do believe Candace Owens is on the side of Lindsay Clancy. I'm pretty sure I heard that today, that she has blamed Big Pharma for this whole thing. Now, Big Pharma does have some blame. We'll get into all that stuff. But also, we got our new segment, Rapid Fire, because, it's when I say slow news week, all right, here's what I mean. Like, nothing's like headline newsworthy except what we found today. But there is a ton of actual small stories, but too much for us to get through in the limited amount of time we have with you people. So we're going to rapid fire through each of them. And we're going to give you, dare I say, Alex, the best opinions, the hottest takes on these headlines that you will find in conservative media anywhere on YouTube. I dare you to prove us wrong. I mean,
I second that.
Second, okay. I was about to say, is that too much for me?
Completely consistent, absolutely foolproof, logically. Yeah.
Reason, logic, all of the things, right? 9 of you watching, kindly hit that thumbs up button. Now, folks, you just stumbled across the #1 political commentary show on Thursday nights at 9:45 under certain parameters. Yes, we are a call-in show, so anything we talk about today, the link to the stream is pinned in our chats. Alex, hopefully you pinned yours as well. Pinned in the chats. Boom. Pinned in the chats. Call in and give us your opinion, friend, foe. We don't care. We'll let you have some time to give us your opinions on anything we talk about today. But first, my favorite part of Thursday nights. Alex, can you guess? Oh wait, I almost forgot to tell you, Alex. I do have an update on our favorite doctor.
Dr. Fauci, don't forget me.
There is
Dr. Fauci. I love that song.
I know, it's super catchy. I do have an update for Dr. Fauci. We've been covering him for 3 weeks now because he went in front of Congress.
Is he in jail yet?
He's not in jail yet, but someone is in jail. Someone is in jail. So we do have an update on that, which we will get to.
Okay.
But okay, I'm sorry. We were going to get to our favorites now. Folks, if you're new to the show,
Traditions are good. I love tradition.
yes, we are starting a new American tradition. And we need your help in getting it out to the masses. So make sure you
How
share.
many times have you heard we need to bring shame back? This is how we do it.
Yes. We need to bring shaming back to the public square. Specifically, conservative men have been too afraid to publicly shame the people who need to be publicly shamed. So we do it on this show as a new tradition where we roast affluent, white, female liberals. So gather the kids, get a hot coffee, sit by the fireplace, kick your feet up, put your slippers on, or a beer. Yeah, if you're a beer or a bourbon, pour yourself a nice glass of bourbon or scotch, kick your feet up, and let's get in to our first segment of the night.
White liberal women are awful, pleasing them is impossible. Ladies, why so hostile? Audience, grab a drink and follow. Come laugh with us, watch them wallow.
Yes,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen. Alex, I know you got some cooked up. I got some cooked up as well. I don't know where to start, but I'm going to start with Dave Smith today. Now, for those of you who missed our Fire live stream,
Dave Smith is a white liberal woman, Jeremiah?
Dave Smith, for the purposes of tonight, he is a white liberal woman. And
Yes.
if you, like I said, if you missed, go back and watch it because we had the best, hands down, live commentary of that debate between Andrew Wilson and Candace Owens. Now, Dave Smith, of course, being a seasoned debater himself, had to comment on it. So he did a whole show, breaking it down. And he said Candace Owens by far won that debate, wasn't even close. And Alex, debaters are supposed to be the pinnacles of logic and reason, right?
Supposed to be, yes.
They're supposed to be the pinnacles of logic and reason. So if somebody won a debate, you would maybe not expect them to then follow that sentence up with this.
So I don't know. Did I leave there convinced of any of Candace's theories? No.
So wait a minute. Candace hands down won the debate, but you didn't leave there convinced of any of her claims. So please tell me, Dave, how did you win the debate?
Yes, contradicting yourself does land you in the same house as a white liberal woman. I will approve of this.
100%. Your boy Swing.
Do you think?
Did you?
Yes, I did see this. It did work out. All set. No more Taco Bell, but we're not gonna. That's not the time for this, Swing. DM me.
Yeah, dude, come on. That's what DMs are for.
Do you think it's because he has a personal vendetta against Andrew? Because, I'm pretty sure you told me one of the first times you saw Andrew Wilson debate, right? Was him and Dave Smith.
It was him and
in a libertarian debate. And what happened?
Well, Dave Smith got bullied so badly he didn't understand. He was like, "What is this debate even about?" He almost called it. He almost rage quit. Quit the debate because Andrew Wilson was. And I will say, I don't want to get too deep into the weeds here. That's the Andrew Wilson I wanted to see in this debate with Candace Owens. But anyways, what do you got for us, Alex?
Today I have, you remember what happened not too long ago in Spain, which, according to the leftists, isn't really a big deal, and we're just blowing it out of proportion, right? Tens of thousands of military-aged men, mind you, storming
Muslim
beaches, literally chasing civilians, and much worse.
Worse.
But I don't know. When I'm getting invaded, I don't think I'll be waving my invaders on, but these white liberal women.
You would be friendly to the invaders? Oh, of course it's a white liberal woman.
Is white liberal woman. What is this?
Wow, yeah. Come on in. To be quite honest with you, I'm surprised she didn't get snatched up right then and there.
What is One,
You
don't
see
bring
this-
your kid to the invasion, you
Don't
jerk.
bring your kid. And he's dead eyeing that camera too. Look at him.
He's like, we did it, Dad. Where is
We did
Dad?
it,
Dad? Where are you? No, but now I have heard reports. I have no idea if this is true or not, but I have heard reports that she is missing, which I would not be surprised, unfortunately. And I wish no harm upon anybody there, but
it's a suicidal empathy, Alex.
Yes,
like these
literal.
women don't understand that they're just purposely putting themselves in harm's way, just to have a little bit of sympathy for a migrant who, for all intents and purposes, probably doesn't have your best interest in mind. Probably doesn't have your best interest in mind. Main character vibes, Crinkle Hands. I'm so sorry. I forgot to play your intro again. I will get that up here to sort of the good people to see. Now, Alex, are you familiar with Chelsea Handler?
Yes, she is a comedian.
If you want to, sure. Self-proclaimed
That is her.
comedian.
Yes, she was at the most recent roast of Kevin Hart, the one on Netflix.
Yes. She thinks she's funny.
She complained about everything there.
She very staunch. In fact, she went viral a couple years ago for making that video. Like, look how great my life is with no kids. I wake up and get high and pleasure myself and blah 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 blah. And like that actually sounds like a miserable life. Well, anyway, Chelsea. Yeah. Okay, so you're familiar with Chelsea Handler. Are you familiar with Todd Blanche?
Attorney General just got sworn in.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Just got sworn in. So Chelsea Handler has some worries about Todd Blanche here, and you tell me.
Okay.
You tell me if her fears are. I need you to remove that. Yeah. If her fears are warranted.
You need to move that, bud.
Yeah. Tell me if you think her fears are warranted. I don't know. She might have something here. Maybe she actually has a point. Let's see.
We're going to get Todd Blanche. He's going to be confirmed. And he's going to overturn Roe v. Wade. We're all sitting around. All these men who have these powerful platforms are sitting around.
Bro, he's going to overturn Roe v. Wade.
No.
No way.
Oh,
I don't believe it.
That would be so unconstitutional if he did that.
That would be unheard of. That would be like
it'd be what they call a constitutional crisis. Wait. Didn't somebody overturn Roe v. Wade already?
No, dude, that was rumors. That's hearsay.
Is this
it's
the
hearsay.
biggest pro-life W in the last 20 years?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I think Chelsea Handler is right on the money here, man.
She's like, wait, I can't use abortion as birth control anymore. I'm gonna have to deal with the hormones and stuff again on the birth control pills.
I think get off the pills, ladies. Get off the pills. In fact, our main story that we're covering tonight has a lot to do with that. Alex, what do you got next for us?
All right, so this is the reason people are like, well, why shouldn't she welcome these people? They're just refugees, and they just they need somewhere to go because
they want a better life, Alex.
They want a better life. They can't make a better life for themselves at their own home because those people can do. But when they come here, they change.
Are you coming to England, yeah?
I need it.
Nearly.
I need it. You need.
What? Wait. He needs. Okay, yeah. See, he just needs help, Jeremiah. He needs it.
I need to be in the UK.
You need to be in the UK.
Yeah. Only interest to fuck.
Whoa.
Come on, enrich our country by the sounds of it. You're from Somalia. Is that sign language for Somalia?
Is that sign language for Somalia?
Wait, what does he? Did you catch? What does he need so badly? White liberal woman, apparently.
He can't wait to get himself into a rape gang. A grape gang, sorry. And that's the first thing he's going to do.
Don't worry,
if you a grape gang.
If you go to Spain, Cuda is it? If you go to Cuda, Spain, you can just they'll welcome you. Come and spread your seed. Cuerta, CEUTA, something like that. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
But this is why. This isn't a white liberal woman, but this is who the white liberal woman is crashing out for, and it's actually sad. I know we're laughing about it right now, but it's actually sad.
Yes, it's very sad, especially if you've read the Grape Report. that was put together. I could only take bits and pieces of that. I didn't want to read the full report because it really is tough to read about, like some of the nasty stuff that's going on in the UK, thanks to these lovely migrants just looking for a better life, Alex. Just looking for a better life. I got next here. So speaking of consent, Alex, I think, did you know that there are certain things besides sexual intercourse that you need consent for? Did you know that? This is a new rule recently established by affluent white.
I mean, I could think of some reasonable ones, but let's hear what this lady has to say.
Let's see what this lady has to say.
I do not believe that the Socratic method should be engaged in without consent. The Socratic method is not loving. It's academic, and it will push people for academic purposes. And to engage in it without someone's consent is a way of positioning yourself as more powerful and dominant, and them as some sort of implied, imposed learner without, and you're removing it.
You had me for a second.
What is it?
I was following.
Imposed learner. I
think the best I can give her is you're educated, therefore you have some sort of privilege, and you can't put that privilege upon the uneducated. I think she's talking about black people. She's being racist, not me.
This is going to be a problem for me, Alex, because everywhere I go, I like to deploy the Socratic method. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. Like, am I going to go to jail? Am I going to get fined?
Yeah,
how am I supposed to...
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, okay, like you think it shouldn't be engaged without consent, but what are you implying is the punishment here for this crime?
And for those of you who have no idea what she's talking about, the Socratic method is just like a way of, how would you describe it? Like a way of teaching, almost? Like
it's basically asking ridiculous questions to get someone to justify the bare metals of every claim, like down to the point where it does get annoying but you're trying to drill down to the absolute truth of a statement. And so asking those foundational questions really gets to the heart of the question.
Well, hopefully I don't go to jail.
Yeah, hopefully don't ask questions. Only Candace Owens is allowed to ask questions.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? You
don't get to ask those questions.
Oh, that aged well. All right, do you want one or two more for me? Because that decides which one I play here.
Oh, give me your best, dude. Give me your best.
All right, this is the last one. This is the best one. This is traditional white liberal woman. This is why we started this segment, Jeremiah, is because of a video similar to this. All right.
Why? Oh, look at her eyes, bro. Like, that is a demon. Holy. Yeah, man.
You're a Christian? You believe in that fairy tale book?
Let me give you my pagan rain dance. I'm pretty sure whatever tribe that's from is probably into human sacrifice, or at least was before Christians put a stop to it. So, lady, I'm sure you're on the chopping block there, lady. That was.
Oh man, yeah,
dude. Where is that? That's popular somewhere. Because
Hawaii.
That's Hawaii. Okay, I was about to say I saw a bunch of white liberal women do this in like a congressional session.
It's called a Hakatao or something like that.
Okay.
And it's like, original. It's a war dance. It's literally a war dance.
It's literally a war dance.
And like, dude, if we're in high school and two Samoans in Hawaii, you're gonna go at it. I'm down. That's cool. You guys can do your war dance.
Yeah.
White liberal woman on TikTok, stop it.
Stop it. That's cultural appropriation, ma'am. And you look retarded while you're doing it.
Yeah. She has any kids?
I hope not. Do Christians not believe in human sacrifice? I think that is just you trolling. I think you already know the answer to that, good sir. But okay, so all right, Alex, in the interest of moving on, I got like 3 I could play. let's do this one. Are you familiar with Miss Rachel, the children's? She does like children's shows. Miss Rachel, she's like real famous for kids TV. And have you heard of her at all?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Thank
Miss
God
Rachel.
I've never let my kids watch her, so they don't even know who she
Yes.
is.
Good. Yes, because I do know people who have let their kids watch Miss Rachel. It turns out Miss Rachel is a flaming liberal. And are you also familiar, sir, with the? It's been in the news because anytime like Americans are coming together over something, or like the racial tensions have died down, and like we're critically thinking about stuff, that the news has to throw like race bait out there, right? That's like their go-to. Like, okay, it's too quiet around here. Let's throw some race bait out there. So recently, the race bait has been there's been a string of suicides, and it's been black folks, and they've hung themselves, and they hung themselves on trees. Have you heard about this?
I have heard about this. I've not
Yes.
looked into it.
Okay. Yes.
Have
I
you?
haven't looked in. I haven't looked into it much, other than to find out that they were all suicides, and I think one of them is like under investigation, maybe some foul play. But so far, no foul play has been objectively determined in that regard. However, Miss Rachel, in her, we should just take what she has to say as gospel here, sir. You got it up. Okay. Oops. Too many tabs open.
Please listen to the Black community. Black people don't hang themselves from trees. There's been at least 7 Black people found hanging from trees. Please listen to the Black community.
Listen, man, if you are suicidal, of course you're thinking about all the social implications of what you might be doing, right?
Yeah, I don't understand. Please listen to the Black community. What is the Black community saying? Are they reporting that there is a string of people, of like KKK members, attacking and hanging by? What are they saying? You didn't say what they were saying. You just said listen to them.
Listen to them.
I will. I'll gladly. Do they have? If there's actual people doing this, we need to stop them. So,
Correct.
I will listen. What are they saying?
What are they saying? Tell us. Please tell us what they're saying.
Yeah.
So all right, let's get to the chat here. Crinklehan says there's a fake Miss Rachel going around doing some of these bits. Okay, I hope so. Because I know that she's like super simps for the LGBT. So I would be actually pleased to find out if that was the fake Miss Rachel. Like, okay, do you understand now that Christianity is a human sacrifice cult? Oh, I'm glad you told me, man.
A human sacrifice cult, sir?
I'm just going to take his word for it. I'm quitting Christianity. I'm done. It's over. It's like, all right. That was really short. I got one more for us. So
I have to.
Yeah, go. No,
you
go
also
ahead.
Is there any distinction between me taking my child and offing them for the sins of my community, which is also false to do, and me jumping in front of a car that's speeding towards my child about to kill him? Is there any difference in the sacrifices there? That's also
Let's see.
something I have for you, Arrow. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Let's see what he has to say. Hey, man, if you want to come up and defend your claims, this isn't a debate show. We'd rather you give your opinion on what we're talking about, but we'll let you come up. The link is pinned in the chat, my friend, if you want to come up and share your opinion. Okay, last one. We're going to go on this.
All right.
New York City, full of socialists.
Yes.
And they're
Cockroaches
all
too. Maybe the same thing.
Maybe and rats. Also the same thing. But they're also geniuses, and every time they open their mouths, just words of
Doctors
wisdom
and engineers.
just pours out. I could listen to these people all day. They're so smart. In fact, let's listen to one right now.
Of what we saw were crimes of poverty. People who were stealing things like toothpaste. People who were stealing things like, soap. And that means if you're stealing those things,
and sneakers and iPads.
Need them. And we are choosing to protect billion-dollar companies like CVS and Walgreens over the people who are struggling to get by. So I would say that the true crime is that there is such incredible wealth disparity in
Preach
this
it.
city. That there are people who can be thrown in jail simply for having a biological need.
How dare they throw people in jail for stealing, those crooks?
And so one of the things that I'm fighting for at the state level is to make sure we pass things like treatment, not jail, and that we hold the line on the incredible criminal justice reforms that we have done over the last 10 and 20 years that are constantly being threatened by right-wing media who are looking to fearmonger about people who are actually just in absolute dire straits.
You know, Alex, you might not know this, but I went to treatment, and I am now 30 years stealing free. I haven't stolen anything.
30 years, huh?
I went to one stint in rehab, and here I am, clean, thanks to treatment, not jail.
Okay. Not only does it not follow that if you steal those items, you have some sort of biological need that's not being met financially by some other means. That doesn't follow.
Right.
1, 2, your voice, I just can't listen to you. 3, yeah, it can both be true that it's sad that some people are in financial positions where they can't afford the basics. But you can't just let them steal. CVS might have $1 billion. I don't know what their actual business looks like, but they are a big business. But that store doesn't have $1 billion. It's not how that works. Stores have profit margins, and I can't imagine CVS's profit margins are like super crazy.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like they're a regular business. They have competition. Other people sell the stuff they sell. They have to be competitive. If you just allow a certain amount of theft, then that store is no longer viable unless they pump money into it. But they're not a socialist government. They're not stupid enough to do that. If the if the location's not profitable, they shut it down. Or you go in, like when you go into Boston, and everything is locked up. Everything. Anything over $10 is locked up, so you can't steal it. You can live in that society too.
Yeah, no, I would much rather live in the society we had, I don't know, not even 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Well, 2020 was 6 years ago, so 7 years ago. The society we had in 2019 was just fine. Minus the fact that we may have been going downhill a little bit starting at that point. I mean, we don't have to get into the semantics of the whole thing, but yeah, I don't want to live in a society where I have to what if it's busy and it takes like a quick run to the store takes you 45 minutes because you have to wait for someone to unlock the crap that you need to buy. Stupid.
Yeah. What are these stores going to do? They're going to police it themselves as much as they can without getting sued up the wazoo.
Yeah. I mean, dude, socialists, again, not the brightest bulbs on the Christmas trees. Dude, Rush Limbaugh, if I could be Rush Limbaugh, as good at Rush Limbaugh was at what he did, that would be the highest compliment. That's what I aim for. I appreciate it. And who's the sidekick? Wait a minute here. Which one of us is the sidekick?
Wait a minute. No, I'm prettier.
I'm right. Crinkle Hands, it's all going to be pre-orders with your phone. Mike, not sure. I understand your comment there, buddy. Not sure I want to put it up there, but the government does want our souls. Yeah, there are demons in the government or demonic forces influencing our government. I will agree with you there. But otherwise, your comment is just straight nonsense. All right, my friend, shall we jump into the lead story of the night?
Got for us.
Buddy, Lindsay Clancy is on trial for the murder of her 3 children. Yeah, really rough. She's claiming that this was the result of the SSRIs she was given for postpartum depression, which turned into postpartum psychosis, something I've never heard of in my entire life. So, because she was on these drugs, Matt Walsh did an entire show slamming the psychiatric industry, and for some reason, white liberal women on TikTok are throwing support behind her. Not only that, and I'm going to show you this tweet, they're donating money to her GoFundMe page for her defense. And we have a large chunk of the population claiming that she's innocent because her defense is she's not guilty by reason of insanity, temporary insanity. And she's got massive support in hopes that she will get off, because that is, even if you are found guilty by reason of insanity, you go to a cushy hospital, you might get released. I mean, it's just this huge scam. So in order to show support, my friend, not only did they just donate money, but Women in Pink rally in support of Clancy, who's on trial. They showed up to rally at the courthouse in support of this woman. Let's take a look at what the AP has to say. Hundreds of Lindsay Clancy supporters, many wearing pink, gathered Thursday outside the courthouse where she is on trial in the killing of her 3 children. Now, by the way, it is not in dispute that she killed the 3 children. She confessed. All the DNA evidence supports the fact that she did it, right? So it's not a mystery. Scooby-Doo and the gang are not needed to solve this mystery. It's cut and dry. Yeah, so several of the 300 women and a few men, they're women. Let's just get that out the way. So all women, it's a whole rally full of women, said Clancy's story resonated with them and that they wanted to raise awareness about how the mental health system treats women. Clancy's lawyer does not dispute that she killed the children, but says she'd not be held criminally responsible because she was mentally ill. Couple things here, Alex. One, okay, I can get behind what's the word I'm looking for? I can get behind going at the pharmaceutical industry, combating that, because I do think that it is an evil industry, and they disproportionately dole out drugs to women. That is a fact. So I'm all about that, but I am not all about not being held criminally responsible for the strangulation of her 3 children. Where do you stand on that?
Yeah, no, I don't like, if I give you a bunch of alcohol, and then you go home and beat your wife, am I responsible for you beating your wife? No.
Right, exactly. You still have to take some responsibility for your actions, right? I mean,
yeah,
it's you don't get to absolve yourself of what happened here and get to no, you deserve prison, not the hospital, because you seem fine at the trial. Speaking of the trial, the live stream trial has brought attention to postpartum psychosis. Alex, have you ever heard of this disease?
No, I have 3 children. I'm aware of postpartum depression, and it seems like a lot of women have to deal with it. And I think there's even a step that probably before postpartum, like clinical postpartum depression, that is just like a sadness that necessarily wouldn't be considered depression, that even more women experience. There's different levels, but the psychosis, I guess, is just like an extreme version of this, right?
Right. And I would just think that, the news being covered 24/7, 365 for the last 25 years, maybe we would have heard of another case of postpartum psychosis at some point in time. Yeah. This is the first I've ever heard of it. So anyways, she killed the children, then jumped from a second story, a building, and remains paralyzed from the waist down. Probably the least she deserves, but I do think that that is, the least she deserves. I think that says it enough. Yeah. Prosecutors say the former labor and delivery nurse planned the January 12th, 24th, 2023 killings. So she planned it. And, well, the prosecutor says this, at least, and I tend to agree with them, and contrived to get her husband out of the house by sending him to pick up medicine for one of their children and dinner for the family. They have also questioned the seriousness of her suicide attempt. If you really wanted to kill yourself, you probably, it's not like it's difficult to kill yourself. Maybe that was just her half-butted attempt just to make it look like she was, suffering some kind of hallucination or something. Thursday's rally was the first time during the nearly month-long trial. I didn't know it was going on that long until I read this story. Supporters have come out in such large numbers. Women are being dismissed, neglected, and ignored when we speak up, says April Vincent, 52-year-old paralegal from Providence, Rhode Island. How dare you, Alex? Come on.
I'm moving.
I blame you for everything bad that comes out of Rhode Island, dude. I'm sorry. You're the whipping boy for Rhode Island.
I'm going to go pour some coffee milk on it.
She says, we're scared because nobody takes us seriously. Nobody wants to hear us, and we really just need to be heard. I've been dismissed plenty of times. What does that even mean? I mean, you've been dismissed for what? Like, what the heck are you talking about, lady?
You ready for it to happen again, lady?
Right. I'm dismissing you now. The women, some wearing shirts with messages including peace for Lindsay. Okay, well, how about peace for the husband who now has to live with the fact he has no children left? Justice for Lindsay. How about justice for the dead children? Like, what are you talking about?
Which
Justice for Lindsay?
Sorry, are you going to get to the father after? I don't want to front run the story.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, because this is a very popular case, especially with women and wives. So I have heard about this case. Now, the only evidence that seems to indicate anything other than Lindsay Clancy doing this is, at least from the opposition, they say, well, the father is very weird.
Oh my goodness.
They say it's weird. It's weird to get into a relationship so quickly after your wife does this. What would you say about that?
Wait, does what?
So he's married already or in a new relationship? I don't think he's married, but he's in a new relationship already, correct?
Oh, I don't know. Is he?
Yeah. So this is the thing. Like,
let's fact check that here.
This isn't evidence that he's done anything wrong or set anybody up, but this is the type of evidence that is presented from the other side. They'll say, but the father is weird. The husband's weird. He when he talks about the children, he doesn't cry. They'll say stuff like this. He's already in a new relationship. So this is the other side. Now, I don't think that means he did anything. Look, you could have a bad marriage and want out of a marriage and stay for the children, for the situation you're in, right? Like, that happens all the time. Right. So if this guy was just doing that and then this happened, I'm not saying that he shouldn't grieve and that he shouldn't be grieving right now.
Sure.
But it could have been like, it's understandable maybe why he would act a certain way and not grieve as publicly as you might think.
I can. So if he is in a new I'm fact checking the new relationship thing right now.
Although it was his kids too, man.
Yeah, running it through AI. Kids, I don't know. I would probably break down. Now here, I'm going to say something, and this might sound a little weird to you. I thus far in my life have not cried at a funeral for anyone who has passed away.
Okay. Have you been to any tragic funerals?
Tragic? No, not been to a tragic funeral. I think I think that would, if my daughter had been tragically murdered, I think that might be the tipping point.
Yeah. Or like just maybe like for me it was someone I didn't even know him, but it was just someone in my high school. I was 14 and he was I think a senior, he's probably like 17, 18, and he died from an accident, and that one I cried publicly because it was like so tragic, right? But I know what you mean. Other funerals where it's like, yeah, this is my great grandmother. She was 94, I think she lived till, and she had a beautiful life. That was much different.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I got the fact check up here, and I'm trying to put timelines together here because it's given me the timeline of the husband, but now I'm like, okay, well, what's the timeline? It didn't say.
Mass shooters just have itchy trigger finger disease. Yeah, we can just put a disease on everything.
Okay. So the killings happened in January 24th, 2023. Okay, so this is when. Wow, I didn't realize it was that long ago. Okay, so January 23, she murders her kids. They divorced soon after that. Yes. Lindsay, Clancy's ex-husband.
They got a divorce, you don't say.
Yeah. Patrick Clancy is remarried.
You think they had to decide? The judge was like, I don't know. You think I should give him the divorce?
That would be messed up, wouldn't it? Like the judge was being a jerk about giving you a divorce after that. Okay, but so now I'm not. It's not such a great, or it's not such a weird thing that he has remarried because he got divorced in 2023 after the killings, obviously.
Yep.
and he was in a relationship by February of 2024, so more than a year later.
Okay.
And they didn't get married till 2026.
And that's the thing is, like,
So,
what's a correct amount of time to grieve? A year is a
right.
pretty long time.
A year's a pretty long time, I would say.
And that's a long grief, and that might be necessary for someone to grieve for a year.
Correct. Like at some point, even if you're still grieving, you do have to carry on. Because
And what do you?
bills,
Yeah.
the bills. The
Does that
tax
mean
man,
you have
yeah,
to stay single for the rest of your life?
Right. Uncle Sam and the IRS, you know, they don't care. They're still collecting your tax money, so they want, you know, you need to be working, you need to be paying bills. So yeah, I don't know, man. I think that's too subjective to be like, this is the proper amount of time for grieving, right?
And it's a perfect example of Candace Owens and Charlie. It couldn't be better timing to put this case in the spotlight, because it shows again another example of how wrong people can be, and yet they don't care, and they will just rally around each other for the point of rallying around each other.
Bingo. Nailed it. Where's that meme of The Office? Nailed it. Or Andy. Yeah, nailed it. So towards the end of their rally, supporters formed a circle and said the Lord's Prayer, held up their arms and formed hearts with their hands. Some held flags from different countries to show support was global. Wait a minute, but you're not in a different country. So you're just holding up a flag of a different country. That doesn't mean that the support's global, you idiot. What kind of dumb journalism is this? This is the worst journalism. Somebody held up a foreign flag so that therefore it's a global support group. Like, what?
So if I hold an LGBT flag, that means I speak for that community, right?
Yes, that means
they
you speak for
support
the
me.
entire community. Yeah, exactly, 100%. Clancy, 36, pleaded not guilty in the deaths, who ranged from 8 months. Like, dude, I can't, it angers me to read about this. Researchers estimate that postpartum psychosis, which is more serious and less common than depression, afflicts 1 to 2 per 1,000 women after delivery. Jean Zaborski, a 17-year-old retired nurse from Rockland, Massachusetts, thank goodness it's not Rhode Island, said she hopes that the case raise awareness about postpartum health. She and many others at the rally said they began following the trial almost daily. It's an obsession for these women. It's very sad. I'm a mother, grandmother. I have a sister who had problems after birth. It's just very sad. I hope Lindsay gets the care she needs, deserves, and women will come together like we did today. Come together. It's important that we just be still and have a moment of silence and know that God is working through us for Lindsay and for the rest of us. That the world are going through similar things that she is going through. I don't no. Like, it depends on what you mean by that. Okay, is he working through you for Lindsay to get her off the hook for killing her children? I doubt it. That's devil work. Is he maybe working through you to maybe make some changes to the way we handle pharmaceutical companies? Hopefully.
Good reminder to be careful what you attribute godliness to.
Right.
Yeah.
Because people just are real quick to do that, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's almost like it's almost like it validates their cause.
Yeah, you know what's really funny? All the things I want just happen to be all the things that God wants for me.
Oh, it's crazy, dude. All the things God wants,
Me and God are just like that.
This, brother, this. I have that relationship with Jesus that you seek. I got it.
That sounds so good to you. You could sell whatever you want to me right now.
Hey, buy my supplements. Yeah.
For $100 a month, you too.
You
I
too.
can feel this confident in your BS.
So I got some footage of the rally and I got a news clip here. So here's some footage of the rally.
Thank you! Thank you! Thank you!
Thank you for what?
Thank you!
What are they saying thank you for? What
Video
has she
is a bit
done?
choppy. If you want to send them to me, I can play them too.
Oh, my bad. Oh, shoot. I just removed it. Okay, let's try the news clip. And if that's choppy, I will send it to you.
Yeah, but there's a good question. Thank you for
Thank you for
Thank
what?
you for the camera. Put this on the news.
Right? I don't understand. Okay, and then Fox, of course, covered it, and they do some interviews with some people at the rally, including, I don't know if you want to call them counter protesters, maybe.
Okay.
People who showed up that were, I don't know what you want to call it, but they were wearing red. So the counter protesters are wearing red, and the supporters are wearing pink. There's the international flag, buddy. Italy stands in support of Lindsay Clancy.
I have a Discord, and in that Discord, there are people from Italy who I've seen their posts before, so therefore they support me in this cause and being here for them.
Yes, they support in the cause. Yep. All right, let's see what Fox has to say here.
I see probably around 200 Lindsay Clancy supporters. They've been filing in for over an hour now, and they are here for the stand in peace, in solidarity and in support of Lindsay Clancy. I've seen women, men, children, people of all ages.
You've seen all women
that are here, most just wearing all kinds of shades of pink. They're filling this lot next to me, and they aren't really supposed to hold signs. They're not really here to protest. They're just here to stand in silence.
What? I'm just here to stand in silence. I'm not here to. I don't
understand. It's like Miss Rachel, to bring this full circle. Listen to the Black community. They're like, listen to Lindsay, and Lindsay's like, I did it. I did it.
Exactly. Like, what are you talking about? Like, she admitted it. What are we?
And to show support for a woman whose life is on the line, and she is accused of doing horrific things. And a lot of these people I'm talking to say that a system,
not just accused, admitted to doing them.
The healthcare system failed her. And I want to mention, just because I did see yesterday after court when I was here, we were out here waiting, and I saw like a caravan.
You said that's a red herring? What's a red herring?
The red herring is the healthcare system has failed her. It's like, okay. Both can be true.
Right.
And yet you should still be responsible. Just because, like, are we just saying we should always listen to what our doctor says? And just because a doctor says, here, take these pills, you ought to take those pills just because of that?
Just because, yep. The doctor didn't, whip out a 9mm and point it at your head and say, take these pills right now.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, well, he made me feel dumb if I didn't. Okay. Stand up for yourself.
Yes. Like, doctors are just people. Like, and most of them are actually giant wussies. I almost said the other word. Like, honestly, like, you stand up to a doctor, like, they will, most of them are like, are cowards. Most doctors are cowards.
Yeah.
If you meet a good doctor who actually listens to like your needs, you won't have this problem. You know what I mean? Like, I had, like, my doctor retired, of course, so now I'm like in limbo right now. But I told my doctor, like, the first time I met him, I was like, I'm not a pill popper, so don't prescribe me pills because I'm not going to take them. And he never pushed a pill on me the entire time I was his patient. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's like, if you're going to a doctor that's pushing stuff on you, like, tell him to screw off. Like, no, just say no. Like, I'm not doing it, doc. Like, I'll go find another doctor if you don't stop. Like, trying to sell me. Like, because you get some doctors that are like used car salesmen, right? They do it with vaccines. They do it with pills. They just try to get you to take things that maybe they're getting kickbacks for. Is what it kind of feels like sometimes. Yeah. But yeah, you got to stand up for yourself. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, and then
the sheriff's office.
Because everybody, that's the thing is, once you start taking the pills, then it doesn't matter who you are. It's going to get you. Most likely, you're going to fall victim to it. You're not special. You take the pill, you feel better. It's a short-term thing, and then over the long term, it always ruins you.
Always ruins you. And if you look at the stats, like the side effect, like a large portion of the people who take them get side effects. It's like in the on average, I think it's like 20 to 30% of people on these SSRIs experience the side effects. That's a lot of people. Someone, I didn't see Ohio Patriot in the chat to fact check me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's that high. Like, a lot of people experience the side effects.
This, which I believe was how Lindsay Clancy is being transported in and out. And she drives right by the courthouse here. So I've been kind of on the lookout as far as when she comes back to court this morning. Not sure what time she got here, but if she was arriving within the last hour or two, she would be seeing all these people out here in support of her. In fact, I did catch up with a couple of supporters of Lindsay. They wear shades of pink, and then also there's some people here in red that are here in support of the children. Let's take a look.
There we go. So they're not counter protesting. They're there in support of the children, which is, I would show up to do that, honestly.
Yeah, like, duh.
Yeah, I would, if this court case was happening like near me, I would don red and go do that.
Mom that had postpartum after I had my kids, I deeply feel like Lindsay was failed by the medical system.
Postpartum can look like one thing for one person and completely different to another. Same thing with psychosis. So I just hope they kind of take into play that everything is different for everyone, and that Lindsay was severely struggling and she was severely failed.
Both sides.
Everything was different for everyone. Everything is different for everyone, so therefore she should be found not guilty.
You see the eyes on that one.
Yeah.
She had the eyes.
Didn't it? Gave it away.
What are you talking about?
Hey, we appreciate you watching. If you're still watching, hit that thumbs up button for your boys and share the show with everyone you know. Subscribe to our channels. This is a call-in show. The link is pinned in the chat if you want to call in.
So is this lady in red?
Yes, this lady is in red. She is for the children.
It can be true that I can support women and women's health, their mental health. But on the other hand, I feel that mass shooters, school shooters, etc., have all had mental issues in some capacity. And I don't feel that they should just be put in a hospital.
What is justice here?
I feel life in prison.
Yes. Yes, that is justice. That is justice.
Yeah, well,
not...
when a white dude shoots up a school, nobody's like, psh, listen to white men. Listen.
You are right, dude. Nobody says
white
that,
men
literally.
Are being silenced. The medical community has failed them.
The medical community has failed white men. Crinkle Hand says there's two types of drugs with side effects and drugs that don't work. I mean, 100%.
Yeah, there's no biological free lunch. In order to fix something, you got to take from something else.
Oh, I like that analogy. There's no biological free lunch. Now, this last little piece of information before we close out our main headline story here is that there's a new trend now that Lindsay Clancy has sparked, and that is mostly white women, of course, getting angry and throwing ice cubes at their bathtubs.
I've seen this trend.
Have you seen this trend? Yeah, this trend. Thank you, Lindsay Clancy, for this trend. And apparently this is so that they don't kill their children, I guess?
Yeah, so they don't throw their children at the wall.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's have a look at one of these. To me, first of all, like this screams performative to me, but let me see what you think.
No.
Just look how she starts out. Okay, behavior. Now I'm gonna hit the play button and action and pretend I'm angry. Pretend I'm angry some more. Let me grab the ice.
All right, don't go for the weapon. Go for the ice. Mommy, what? Mommy, what's going on? What are you doing in there, Mommy? Is everything okay? Did I do something wrong? Mom?
Oh, gee. Oh, nope, she's not. Nope, we gotta pick him up off the ground. Oh. Why are women like this? Not done yet. Brought a special ice this time.
Is that glass or is that ice? That was a good finale. I'm going to tell my wife about this trend next time she gets upset with the kids.
Aftermath. Ooh, look at the aftermath.
The aftermath.
Oh, my goodness.
She's like, I know exactly how she feels.
Oh, boy. Yeah, so there you have it, man. I don't know. I mean, Matt Walsh is getting just, like I said, women are going at his neck for just being like, no, she deserves prison. The moment you kill your kids, I feel completely bad for you. or I stopped feeling bad for you.
Yeah, I was going to say, whoa.
Yeah, at the moment you could have kids, I stopped feeling bad
Yeah.
for you. Let me guess, Democrat. Probably good guess. I don't know. Trail boss, but probably. Because in fact, I think it is a proven fact that liberal women are on the most drugs of all the population. I think they are number one in drug takers. The whole population of America. I think it's women.
Ohio Patriots not here to fact check us, but
yeah,
just imagine
liberal
that
women
she was.
specifically. I feel like I got to ask Grok that now. Okay, so what are liberal women the number one demographic taking SSRIs? All right, let's see what Grok has to say. Working. Grok 4.25, I think it is much slower than its predecessor. What do you take bets? Take bets. Bets in the chat. Put your money down. Who's the number one demographic? Is it white men? Is it white women? Is it Mexicans? Is it conservatives? Is it liberals?
My wife just came downstairs and yelled "Free Lindsay Clancy," so I'm not sure what to do about that right now.
What demographic does your wife fall into, sir?
I don't know, babe. Who'd you vote for last election? She didn't vote.
She didn't vote. Oh,
No.
Shame.
This is the same woman who didn't know who Dr. Fauci was at the height of COVID.
Is she registered to vote?
Dr. Fauci.
Do we gotta play it?
She can't.
Dr. Fauci.
I'll show her after. Yeah.
Give us vaccines.
Okay, the results are in, and the number one.
So Crinkled Hands thinks conservative mothers have the same statistic. Let's see.
Okay. So, official US data consistently finds these patterns. Women use antidepressants at roughly twice the rate of men. Non-Hispanic white adults have the highest rates by far, substantially higher than
white liberal women.
Hispanic or Asian. Yeah.
Well, no, we haven't gotten to the political affiliation yet.
Yeah, use generally rises with age. Some of the highest rates appear among white women in middle age or older. People with disabilities also show very high rates. Well, okay, I suppose.
You got to ask about Oh, there we go.
Politics and ideology. Liberals, especially younger liberal women, report higher rates of depression, anxiety, and diagnosed mental health conditions in
That's
surveys.
understandable. That makes sense.
Conservatives tend to report better self-rated mental health and are less likely to seek treatment even when symptomatic. Democrats and liberals are more likely to use mental health care when they have symptoms. However, there is no strong national evidence that liberal women as a group rank as the single highest consumer of SSRIs. Okay, but we can put two and two together, right? Okay, so white women.
I wonder if we have marriage statistics because that can tell you political affiliation pretty well.
Oh, yes.
Right? Because
yep.
Can y'all tag team me? I have no idea what you mean by that, but in the most innocent way, you can come up and share your opinion about one of the topics we talked about tonight, if you'd like.
Yes, if you have an opinion on Lindsay Clancy, is she innocent? Is she guilty? Are SSRIs ruining women? Should she get off from the insanity plea? I mean, lot to talk about here with Lindsay Clancy. If anyone has an opinion they would like to share, the link is pinned in the chats, my friends. And in fact, you know what? Even if you're watching, I will
honestly, with a name like that, no, you can't come up. Actually,
probably not. Probably not. There is the link, but we will limit it to people who are serious. Okay, so yeah, I say my final verdict on that is yes, I think we need to stop the pharmaceutical industry from giving women drugs. It's clearly not helping them, and it's making it worse. It's making them more mental. Like progressive. In fact, I bet, and I would bet my life savings on this.
I wonder
that if you remove drugs, if you remove the prescription drugs from the women folk, that you will see a massive dip in women Democrat voters. I would bet my life savings on that.
Wow. Okay, so you think causation goes the other way?
I think the correlation is so strong that if you took it away, I think you would see the trend because men, because we already read that women are the number one takers of these drugs, not men. And we see that young men are leaning more conservative, like Gen Z or Gen Alpha, like the men in these generations, these younger generations are leaning conservative, while the women keep leaning farther and farther left. Why?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of reasons, but I bet if you take the drugs away from them, that you'll see that gap narrow. I bet.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know.
Fair
What do you
enough.
think, man? What do you think?
I think that might be true, but I think you start with ideology, and that ideology makes you go to the doctors seeking validation, because I've been sad my whole life, and it's actually a clinical issue, and it's depression and anxiety, and nobody else, or at least most people, don't have it as bad as me. I have depression. I need help. And then come the drugs.
Okay, so you think you start with the crappy ideology. I think, well, I can see that.
Well, I
but
think
can
it's also could be true. You take those drugs away now, and they start leaning back the other way.
coming back,
Yeah.
and maybe the drugs take it to an extreme. Maybe they lean liberal. They take these drugs, they end up psychopaths. And
anyone who's come off of any addiction knows, like, that cloud that gets lifted from your brain after binging
right
for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, so I think, yeah, there's probably a lot of truth to that.
She's as innocent as Charles Manson. Yeah, no, correct. She needs to go to prison.
At least
mental health.
At least he
is
didn't.
Not.
I don't think he confessed to it at first, did he?
No, but hey, Trail Boss, and I'm not defending the conspiracy that afterbirth psychosis might be fake, but the mass infant murders are happening in the womb. That's where it's happening.
Yeah, and it is interesting. People are so upset about this, as they should be, and yet you don't hear this with abortion. We've just become so desensitized to it.
I think it also Matt Walsh made a point that I think is worth discussing, is that I think these psychopathic women want afterbirth abortions, and this is one way that they can kind of move the needle, move the Overton window in that direction. Like, okay, well, if we can claim temporary psychosis, postpartum psychosis, and get away with killing 3 children, well, okay, well, that's a step in moving that Overton window of maybe if women just get tired of their kids, they can just unalive them whenever they want.
Yeah, it's scary, man.
It's scary. It's scary. It's very scary. I don't know if anybody in the chat has an opinion, again, call in the show. This is a call-in show. We haven't had a caller in quite some time. We're not scary. We're not scary gentlemen. We treat everybody fairly, I think. But hit that thumbs up button while you're here. We much appreciate it, and subscribe to our channels, and click that share button. You don't actually have to share the show. Just click the share button. So YouTube
and
is
copy
like,
link.
hey. Yeah, and copy the link. So YouTube is like, hey, maybe these guys got something to say. But I don't know if those of you who are watching, I don't know if you knew this or not, but you are watching the #1 political commentary show that is Thursday nights, 9:45 p.m. under certain parameters. So, it looks like we do have a caller.
All right, let's bring him up. What's up, AJ? How you doing tonight?
Guys, what's going on, man? How's it going, guys?
Living the dream, my friend.
Good. I was just covering this earlier today. Do you guys remember the Susan Smith story?
I don't believe so.
Vaguely.
She was the one that put her kids in the car and then drove them into a lake and said she got carjacked. And then this black guy came out the woods and took my babies. And for 9 days, she's lying to the whole media and everything.
Oh, gosh.
It was crazy. I just want my babies back, man. Right? And then finally she caught to it, but they had got all like thousands of people from all over the U.S., the FBI, everyone to come, and they were searching everywhere.
Looking for this
wow. So she duped everybody.
Yeah. And then we're at the 25th anniversary of Andrea Yates. She was the one that drowned her kids in the bathtub. Do you remember that? And then there was just a story of the woman and her mom that deleted the 4 kids or 5 kids. This just happened like 3 months ago. The dad was finally getting partial custody because he hadn't seen his kids in 2 years. He was getting his first FaceTime call with the kids. And this kid and this woman and her mother, so the grandmother, plotted and then took the kids, poisoned them, and one of them didn't die.
Wait a minute. You said grandma wasn't involved in the plot?
Yes.
Dude.
I'll give you the names. They're this just happened like
that's wild
this year. So, and the dad, he was getting partial custody back.
Sarah Myers.
Yes, Sarah Myers. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And with all these cases, you will see that these women, they always have sympathy. But if this was a man, there'd be pitchforks and torches.
Oh,
100%. There should be fine. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Well, we're not saying that one should be treated better than the other. We're saying they should all be treated equally with full punishment of the law.
Yeah. And you see all these women on TikTok that are coming out and defending this chick. There's no excuse for this. It's absolutely insane. And even the misinformation where the women always try and blame men. Oh, it was the husband. He did it and blah, 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 blah. It's like, they're sitting there arguing not if she did it. It's
right
why she did it and if it's okay. And then also, do you guys know what the kids' names are?
Lindsay's?
See?
No.
Exactly. That shows how far the kids have got lost in the whole thing because it's all about her.
It's all about her. Wow.
I didn't even know what the kids were, and I covered the case today. It took me like half of my life. I'm like, I don't even know what the kids' names are.
That's a good point, man.
That's a good point.
You know, and this is just this whole thing about this modern culture that's gone away from traditional values and true, like, call it traditional Christian or whatever patriarchal values, and now we've swung so far the other way where it's like women are just deified. Even motherhood, right? My mom's one of 12. Her mom's her dad's one of 20. It's Alabama. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Those women out there had 8, 9 kids. They were running a home where they didn't have the appliances, right? And now women have 1 kid and act like, oh.
Was she? Wait, hold on, AJ. Was she throwing ice at her bathtub?
Oh yeah, yes. Oh, so did you guys see those videos? I posted.
Yeah, we just played it. Yeah.
There's 2 of them that I posted in the private chat of them throwing the ice cubes in the bathroom. I hope those women, I hope their exes or their baby daddies find those videos and take them to court and get custody. I really hope. I hope so.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that is just unhinged, man. Unhinged. Yeah, you guys. I hope they bury her under the jail. And for those of you guys who don't know, women in women's prisons don't take kindly to women who do bad things to kids either.
Oh, good to know. Good to know. Well,
cool. Thanks, guys.
AJ. Yeah, appreciate your perspective, my friend. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Bye, guys.
Of course, AJ. Nice talking to you, man.
Yeah, man. That I didn't even think about that. The kids have been lost in this entire story.
Yeah. What are the kids' names?
Let me look it up. They'll
Yeah,
say it
gotcha.
was just an act for clicks and views. Of course.
We've got the 3 children of Lindsay and Patrick Clancy from Duxbury, Massachusetts. Wow, they were next to me. Were Cora, Dawson, and Callan. 8, 5, and 3.
8, 5, and 3.
Oh, sorry, 8 months.
8 months. Yes, 8 months. That poor. That's just gonna make me so angry.
Yeah.
But you know, when listen, Alex, the show's been going on for over an hour now. We got all these headlines to cover, my friend. There's only one way that I can think of we can possibly get through them all. I'm angry. I got the energy right now to do it. Do you think we can get through all these headlines here in the amount of time we have left?
If only there was like some sort of segment or something we could transition to that would help us do that.
I think we have one.
Rapid fire.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our rapid fire segment. We are going to give you the hottest takes on the next, 15 headlines. We're going to rip them off as fast as we can, and you're going to get the best opinions of any political commentators out there. Let's start with headline number 1. Add it to the stage, Jeremiah. There we go. The bullet engraving shows Charlie Kirk targeted for politics. Prosecutors say they're trying to get the death penalty. Alex, they still don't have the death penalty. They're saying that these bullet engravings prove that this was a politically motivated killing and he should be tried and death penalty should be on the table. The defense is saying that's not enough. What say you? I say this. The proof is already overwhelming, but this is just icing on the cake.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Death row.
Death row. Get him out of here. Now, let's get a lot of bad news stories. Let's get to a good news story, my friend. We're both dads. This dad ran a 4:17 stroller mile. I didn't even know that was a thing with his daughter and set an unofficial world record. This man with his daughter, there's a photo of him in the stroller, ran a 4:7. Dude, I couldn't do that without a stroller. Props to this dad winning.
But you know what? It's like catching a ball, dude. I swear you can run faster if there's a ball in the air, I'm running way faster. If that stroller's in front of me and I gotta get it, I'm getting that stroller.
Okay, I'm going. Let's go. Dude, it's in Cleveland. That's like 2 hours away from me. How about next year, me and you enter? You gotta have another kid. I think all your kids are out of strollers by now, but
I'll put my 8-year-old in a stroller.
Put the 8-year-old in there and let's run the stroller mile. Let's do it. You heard it. We're gonna live stream the whole thing. Yeah. All right, next headline. Former Biden aide backs Republican over progressive Al Saeed. The Democrats are
progressive.
That's
what we're calling communists.
Right, yeah, that's it. Exactly. But hey, a former Biden aide backing a Republican candidate? Is this a sign that the Democratic Socialists of America are actually gonna swing everybody towards Republicans?
Yeah, they're busy.
Go ahead.
They're busy trying to poop on Republicans for having internal affairs. They have some internal affairs of their own, it looks like.
For sure. I think this is good news, especially a Biden staffer, like the most progressive administration of our lifetime. Gonna vote for a Republican. That's a good sign because the Democrat Socialists are scary people. Okay, this is an update to a story that we did a few weeks ago, Alex. The baby boy born in Texas, remember the surrogate mother refused to abort him because he had a heart condition. She had the baby. The baby's doing good. Now, all of a sudden, the surrogates want custody. They want the baby to live. But the parents who paid for the baby, the whole thing is confusing. But anyway, she's fighting for custody.
You see, honey, we were going to kill you. All right? But then you were born. You were like, he's just so cute. What the heck?
Right. Like you wanted her to abort the kid. Now you want the kid? Like, no, that mother who gave birth now deserves that kid. I hope she wins. Do you think she's going to win?
It's in Texas is opening up a case on her behalf to say because she's the birth mother that she's the mother, even though she doesn't have the same DNA.
I think she should win. I hope she wins because she wanted this baby to live, and her parents.
Yeah.
How are you gonna be those parents? Like, at what age are you gonna tell them, hey, we wanted you dead? Like,
yeah,
you know, like, because in the age of the internet, that kid is gonna find out at some point that you wanted to.
And it's something. It's like they don't have an excuse. They have money, otherwise they wouldn't be doing surrogacy because that costs a lot of money.
Yep.
So they can afford a surrogacy. It seems like they have at least enough money living a decent life. It wasn't like, I was a single mother and I only had, I was on food stamps and I couldn't afford another baby. There's no excuse. There was, you were going to make our life a little bit more difficult than we wanted it to be. So we didn't want to have you. We wanted you dead.
Yeah, which is just demonic. Demonic to the umpteenth degree. Speaking of demonic, my friend, Christian Korean spa in Washington state appeals to SCOTUS after man demands to enter female-only spaces. I know the lawyer who originally tried this case. His name is Brad Dacus. I've interviewed him on my show a couple times. Let me give you a little backstory. So the Olympus Spa, it's Christian-owned. However, it's a nude spa, and it's for women only. Why Christians would have a nude spa is a little, okay, we can debate that later. But this man, fully intact, wants to use it, and he sued for the right to do that, and he won. And the state of Washington said, you got to change your rules. And they said, no, we're not going to do that. Now it's at the Supreme Court. This is just trans madness gone way too far. Washington state doesn't surprise me, but I think SCOTUS is going to rule in favor of the Korean spa.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. Are they literally saying you can't stop men from entering women's spaces, or you
Correct.
just
as long
can't
as he
stop...
claims to be a woman, he
okay,
identifies.
so it is it's specifically about the transgender issue. It's not just in general. You can't have women's only spaces. Okay.
Correct. Yep, you have to let men into your women's only spaces fully intact.
They're basically saying you can no longer have a business.
Yes.
Because what lady? I'm demanding my money back if you make that roll. Any dollar I've spent with you, I am trying my best to get back.
Getting that back, for sure. Not only that, again, maybe as a Christian organization, maybe you rethink it being a nude spa. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there.
I don't know. I get it. If it's women only, men only.
Yeah, that's true. I guess it's not much different than a locker room, but... Anyway, I should have shared this story when we were roasting white liberal women at the beginning. Woman arrested and facing felony charges in World War II memorial vandalism case. This white liberal woman has beef with the government. She live streamed herself.
Where is this?
Spray painting Washington, D.C. So the World War II memorial, like the premier World War II memorial in Washington, D.C. She live streamed herself spray painting all of it. She said it was me. She admitted it. And then she said she was going to wait around to get arrested, except she took off running. Anyways, so she didn't really want to get arrested, but she got arrested anyway.
Yeah.
What were we saying?
These people couldn't off themselves correctly. Sorry.
So yeah, I think stop degrading the pool. Stop vandalizing the pool. Stop vandalizing the memorials. Like just go home. Like relax.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Go home and do your drugs. You don't have to do them out in public and get yourself arrested.
Exactly. Exactly. Next headline, speaking of Democrats and being ridiculous, Democrats swamp state legislatures with 250 pro-migrant bills to obstruct Trump's deportation mandate. 54 of these got passed in the states, but even the Democrat mayors are vetoing these. There's legal challenges. None of these are actually doing anything. I think this is just a virtue signal by Democrats to try and stop ICE. I don't think it's going to work, but how are you? Why? Alex, why are Democrats fighting against the number one position we voted for Trump for?
I don't know, and as weird as this sounds, I'm kind of happy they are, because I want them to show their true colors. Nothing sickens me more than when I tell a liberal I voted for Trump because of immigration, and they bring up the Senate border bill. It makes me want to strangle them, just to be real.
just to be
real.
My
goodness.
They deserve to be strangled for that because it's such
Because this is what they really want. These 250 pro-migrant bills. That's what they actually want.
Yes.
It makes me mad.
And with that bill, they would have been able to. They wouldn't have had to done any of that because that bill didn't do anything. It would have just left the border exactly how it is. So stupid. So stupid. Next story. Speaking of Trump, more winning from Trump. U.S. manufacturing activity hits a 4-year high. Manufacturing employment hits near 3-year high. I'm telling you, I know people in the manufacturing world. Business is booming. If you are a young man watching this show, get your butt in one of these industries. Electrical equipment, it's booming. Appliances and components, booming. Primary metals, booming. Transportation, booming. Machinery, booming. Computers and electronic parts is booming. Get into this industry if you are young and poor, because you will not be disappointed.
Amen. And I had a recent debate. I can't tell you what it's on or anything yet. I'll let y'all know when it drops. But I missed this point. This point would have helped me greatly. My opponent said we should focus on manufacturing. Well, I had already known this and I didn't say it, but we are focusing on manufacturing. Thank you, Trump.
We are, and we're winning it. We're winning it. But let's go back really quick to losing strategies. The Democrats plan long-term strategy to push pro-LGBT narrative on Americans, as if we didn't make it crystal clear that we hate the trans agenda. The Human Rights Campaign is going to spend $15 million over the next 10 years to try and convince us that men should be playing in women's sports and that transgender medical interventions on children should be allowed.
Yeah, I'll believe they're genuine when they let Royce Smith into the WNBA.
Play in the WNBA. Yeah. Not only that,
that's how you prove to me you actually believe these things.
Right. And all the trans stuff did was push independents to vote for Donald Trump. So if you want to do that, if you want to pound that square peg into a round hole, by all means, be my guest. Next headline, let's get some international news real quick. The Moscow region hit by a drone blitz as Russian missiles kill 10 in a Ukrainian village. It's all drones over there, buddy. It's just drones killing people, drones killing drones, people killing people. The war that we were promised was going to come to an end. I don't want to take a jab at my boy DJT, but I really, really feel like this has been going on way too long, and that the economy in America would be better off should this war come to an end.
He did say if he got elected that he would end this war. Then after getting elected, he did say he tried, but that we were at a point of not no return, but that wasn't the same point he would have stopped it at, is basically what he said.
Gotcha.
He said if he got to it earlier, he wouldn't have happened if he was in the
presidency. Would have happened, yeah. Fair enough. Speaking of winning and Donald Trump officials now restricting all legal immigration categories. My friend, that is your HB1s. My friends, that is your student visas. That is your work visas. Trump is restricting all of it. I couldn't be happier. I could be happier, but not when it comes to immigration.
The H-1Bs? Right.
Everything. All legal.
What restrictions is he putting on H-1Bs? I didn't know this.
Well, I don't have the details of that. Just the categories in which is being restricted, which is all categories, all legal.
Oh, is this the $100,000 entry fee?
If you come in and you want your family to come in, he's even restricting that. He's even restricting their ability to bring their family over even though they're here and they're fine. Like all categories are being restricted.
Yeah, they're increasing rules. They're becoming more strict. Okay.
More strict. Yep. So yeah, I say
Good.
like I can't like
yes.
the only viable Republican candidate for president in 2028 is going to be the man who says he's going to continue these policies. That's just my opinion.
Absolutely.
Oh, speaking of our boy El Sayed, did you know his mom worked for a terror group that financed Hamas, the Taliban, and Osama bin Laden?
Not surprised.
Not surprised. The train wreck that is this candidate for Senate just could not get any more. What was that? East Palestine.
Yeah.
East
Literally.
Palestine train wreck. Like just blow it up.
Mike Rogers. Vote Mike Rogers in Michigan. Michigan,
yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. Alex, I need your opinion on this because I'm a hard no on this, despite the fact the study finds sustained benefits for people using organ psilocybin services, aka shrooms. People taking shrooms,
Blasphemy,
psychedelics, are apparently curing PTSD and all kinds of stuff. What are your thoughts on taking psychedelic drugs for mental health?
It's so tough. It's a tough position, but I think medically speaking, yeah, you want to go through a ritual, whatever. But the problem is, the risk is these become just druggies going away and doing drugs on vacation with each other. So I don't want to take away, if it could heal a veteran from PTSD, I don't want to take that away from them. But generally, like recreationally, absolutely not. And anything we can do to avoid people abusing the medical side of it, like they did with marijuana, you could just go to a random doctor and get a card, and then you were basically recreationally using. Avoiding that, I think if we can, I'm for it. Medically only.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And now I promised you people an update on our boy, Dr. Fauci. Give us vaccines. Breaking ex-Fauci aide pleads guilty in conspiracy to evade COVID-19 public records requests. Former longtime aide David Morans has pleaded guilty. Now, he had to plead guilty because this moron literally sent a text message that said, "I'm sending you a text message to avoid FOIA requests." And then he sent emails talking about how he knew how to delete emails to avoid FOIA requests. So he faces 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. So the real question is, okay, we got some accountability here. Is he going to get a slap on the wrist, or are they going to throw the book at him and give him 5 years?
Yeah, I don't care. Why is Fauci free?
Why is
No, I'm glad that obviously this guy's being held accountable, but it seems like they had to hold him accountable. Like, there's literally nothing they could do but prosecute because it was so egregious and right on the nose.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, oh, good job. You got the guy who said, here's the crime I'm committing. It's here. And I did it.
100%. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Rapid Fire for this evening. Thank you for joining us. If you like that segment, let us know in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. And if you have opinions on any of those headlines, we're still waiting for a caller. We did get a caller today. That's right. AJ called in and gave us his opinion, gave us some insight on the Lindsay Clancy.
Yeah, and we got a call. He called in last week.
And he called in last week. That's right.
So you said we didn't get one in a while. You lied.
I have bad memory. It's all the recreational drugs.
Fact check. I'm just kidding.
Plead the Fauci. Plead the instead of the fifth. Is medical only a
slippery slope?
A slippery slope.
Yeah, it could be. That's
yes,
the problem.
I
and
think
how do you regulate it and enforce those regulations? Oof. Because it's like, how much manpower are we going to put on enforcing regulations? Guys, don't do this recreationally, you idiots. Oh, we're going to go get high.
Okay. We were all, when I was a teenager, we were all plotting how to get our medical cards and go get high.
Yeah.
We're going to move to California because at that time, California was the only one doing it.
You vacation in Canada just to go to the bars at 18, right?
Yeah, I think it's, but again, like you're right. Like if it does have benefits, like how do we regulate it in a way that people can get the benefits medically that they really need, and not let widespread abuse happen? I don't know. I'm glad you asked. Cucalain. My bad. I'm glad you asked. So 9:45 p.m. Ish is about when we start the show. Every Thursday night we are here. We start the show. Our favorite American tradition. We start the show with our favorite American tradition, which is roasting affluent white female liberals. Then we move on to our headline story of the night. Then we do rapid fire, and then we end the show. Sometimes we'll throw a fun story in there like we did in the 4th of July. We were doing a lot of fun stories. But we typically end the show with an X-file, something weird, something bizarre, something
we're heading to soon.
Something conspiratorial, which is where I'm about to head with the show right now to our X-file.
Gambling is worse than all that. Oof. I mean,
sounds like a man talking from experience.
It's been we as Americans gamble at 5 times the rate than the previous generation has, and that was the previous generation had illegal gambling. But
Yeah, I don't know, man. Gambling is pretty bad, and now it's legal. And now I'd be curious to see the stats on, how many
From what
men
I looked
have.
up.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. The only stat I have is we used to spend like 50 billion a year, and now we're up to 500 billion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap, dude. So men are just emptying their bank accounts because it's mostly men. Women do gamble.
Young
but
men.
by and
Lots
large.
of young men.
Yeah. Lots of young men think they can go get rich quick, and they'll spend
They
all
want
their
to hit
money.
that parlay, spend 100, hit a 20 bands.
It's insane. It's insane. By the way, the link to the show is the link to call in is pinned in the chat. If any of you want to call in, who's humanity? Can you address the genocide that is going on in Gaza? I got paid $7,000. I don't have much to say about that.
Yeah, war is brutal.
War's
And
brutal.
this is a long war.
It's been
Things
going
are not
on
as simple as they seem.
I don't know, 5,000 years, 4,000 years, something long time have the Jews and the Canaanites been fighting each other. SSRI psychiatric stuff is real. MJ evaluation is real. Percentages increased over the years. Look at us now. Yes, I agree. Like I said, I'm not against coming at these pharmaceutical companies. I think they should be held accountable and they should stop giving women all these drugs. But I don't think that absolves Lindsay Clancy in any way, shape, or form. She deserves prison, not a light sentence in a hospital.
Yeah, amen. Tom, is that a threat or a promise, big guy?
Tom Redcap, stop laughing or I will kiss you. Oh gosh, yeah, Cauchy. Hey, listen, I got involved in Cauchy a little bit too because like when it comes to politics, like I just know so much about it. Like I started down that path, and I built up a decent amount, and then I lost it all on one gamble. So it's the same thing. It was just like the same cycle. It's just like sports betting. You're like, oh yeah, I bet on this team and they won, and then I bet on this team and they won, and then I bet on this team and they won, and then I bet the whole thing on this team and they lost, and I lost everything. It was the same thing. I was like killing it in the game. I was selling bets before they cashed out. And I'm like, okay, I only made $5, so what? I came up and then I think I lost it all on the Save Act. I lost it all on the Save Act. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the Save Act. That wasn't a good one. I'm down. I'm looking now. Yeah, I'm down on all my call sheets. I threw like $50 in there on a couple of bets.
I'm going to do you one better, Kukalane. I'm going to do you one better. Not only am I pro death penalty, I'm pro bring back public hangings. That's how pro death
public
penalty.
Hangings.
Yes. You want to talk about a crime, diverting crime? Yeah, let's do that in the town square, and you'll see crime drop pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But Alex, I think unless you want to, anything else in the chat that you feel like needs addressed, Milton, where can I call in? Yes, if you have an opinion on any of our headlines, if you have an opinion on Lindsay Clancy, just go to that link right there that I just pinned to the screen. We'll bring you up for a few minutes, give you your piece, let you say your piece, and it's a good time. It's a good time. We're easy to get along with, even if we don't share your opinion. So, while we wait for you to call in, should I give him a few minutes or should I jump into the X file?
Let's go into the X file and then we'll bring him up.
All right. Let me. There's. I can't get into the X file until.
Oh.
All right, Alex. I told you I got a weird one. And this, I can't, so the story is like, it's a deep dive. It would probably take me like 30 minutes to read it. So I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm going to give the highlights of this story. And then I have some audio to play you. So did you know the Soviets drilled the deepest hole ever drilled? So the communists were trying to drill literally all the way through the earth to the other side. In the late 1980s, from certain corners of cable TV, you could hear that the Soviet Union had dug straight to hell. Not in metaphorical Reagan era, look what these commies have done since. No, they literally dug straight to Hades. The story ran on a program called Praise the Lord. I do not recall this program. I pretty familiar with Christian TV. I've never heard of Praise the Lord. The long-running worship and current events program aired by the evangelical Trinity Broadcasting Network. Is that even still around?
TBN, yeah.
That's Turner Broadcasting Network is still around. Is the Trinity Broadcasting Network still around?
Isn't that TBN?
That's the Turner Broadcasting Network. That's Ted Turner.
Now
I don't know. Look
Trinity.
it up. Yeah.
Pat. What's the guy? Pat. He's a billionaire.
Pat the billionaire. All right, you look that up on AI real quick while I continue on here. So the story ran, 5 million daily viewers the Trinity Broadcasting Network had. That's not, I mean, for the 1980s, that's pretty darn good. Over several episodes, the program explored how a Soviet deep drill project accidentally tunneled into Satan's underworld. When the Soviets lowered a remarkable heat-resistant microphone into an underground cavern discovered by their dig, so the story went, the Russians, to their horror, surprise recorded the wailing of damned souls as they languished in temperatures exceeding 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. Their lamentations were played on air for a stunned audience. Alex, I have that audio, and I'm going to play it for you guys.
Okay.
You ready to hear the damned souls from hell that they captured in the hole to Hades?
I warn you, what you are about to hear is very disturbing indeed.
Now, I don't know about you, but that kind of sounds just like a busy train station. I don't know that I would call that wailing from people in hell. I don't know. What do you think? Pretty creepy. Buying it? Not buying it?
It is creepy. But where does it come from again? How did they get this audio?
So the Soviets dug a hole. Let me find out. Let's see here. In Siberia. They dug a hole in Siberia. Let me see how far down it went. 40,000 feet.
Holy. So there's no train station. What are you talking about? Train station.
Deeper by 20,000 feet than any other hole anywhere else on Earth. So it's the deepest hole.
And how do we know this audio came from them?
Well, they said so.
Okay.
They told us. You got to
assuming it's actually connected. That's freaking weird, man.
That's okay. Yes, it is. It's weird. First of all, the Soviets.
Don't hit me with that train station, 40,000 feet in the earth.
But I mean, I'm just saying what the audio sounded like. I'm not saying it was a train station. I'm saying that like I'm expecting to hear like wails of like screams of people that'll curl your blood, right? That'll make the hair on the neck, back of your neck stand up. That's what I was expecting to hear. It just kind of sounded like a crowded place. Like, I don't know.
Gotcha.
Were you hearing whales or like, what?
I was definitely hearing a large group of people.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But the Soviets, you also have to remember the Soviets were into some pretty brainy experiments.
Yeah.
Some of what, I think the Soviets probably rivaled the Nazis in some of the foul experimentations that they did. Off the top of my head, I can't give you any. I'm sure I can jump on Grok, but I did read a book by Michael Malice called The White Pill, and in that book, he did describe some of the stuff that the Soviets did, and it was just like messed up stuff that they would do to people. It just, yeah. So, did they drill to hell? Now, and the hole is still there, by the way. They put a metal plate over it and like metal bolts, so you can't like see it or go down it. But I do have some questions for you about it, Alex. First of all, let's say, so we believe hell is real. We both do. Okay. I'm sure some of our audience believes hell is real as well. If hell is then therefore real, is it a place that you in the physical can get to? Is it in the center of the earth? Would God, I mean, because he doesn't really tell you where it is. I mean, he talks about below and stuff like that, right? But it doesn't give he doesn't specifically say right in the center of the earth, that's where Hades is. Is it possible that is 100%. Where it is and souls 100%. Are there?
Yeah, because when you look at, what is it, Elisha is getting ready for a battle. And they have very few soldiers. Their enemies have tons of soldiers. And Elisha's right-hand man, I forget his name, he's with him and he's afraid. And Elisha knows, like, this guy is scared. So he prays to God and he says, God, reveal to him what you have revealed to me. And God reveals it to him. And in a snap of his finger, he sees angels and demons at war with each other. But the angels are winning and overpowering the demons.
Right.
Yeah. So it's a physical place, yet a spiritual battle. And I think with help from God or something else, you can see the spiritual wall in physical locations.
Okay. So it is possible that they have reached the pits of hell and caught something spiritual.
Logically, yeah.
Logically could have definitely happened. Now there is a photo. There is a photo of the hole today. Like I said, it is plated over and bolted down. I don't know if you want to full screen that. Yep. So it still exists. I suppose if you were adventurous enough, you could travel there and probably pry that hole open. And
what? They just ran out of money? It got too hard to drill?
They, I forget what happened. They hit, see, the story is like super long, dude. It's, they hit they just couldn't get any farther.
Couldn't go.
They couldn't go any farther. I think it was they hit like molten
in the 80s,
like their equipment was like melting or something. It was like so far down, and they hit like a piece of rock that they couldn't like get through. Because the goal was, like I said, to drill through the planet. That was the original goal. But they had to stop there. So it's kind of scary to think about, really. If what they had caught was a glimpse of hell, can you imagine your disembodied soul? First of all, this is why y'all need to repent and believe in Jesus Christ, because that's not where you want to be. Can you imagine being put? Now that kind of gives you a visual of the parable of the dead man and Lazarus, right? Where he's so thirsty, he just wants a drop of water on his tongue and he can't get it. It's so hot down there in the center of the earth. If that's where your disembodied soul goes, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I noticed our guy didn't come to the chat.
What do you think about the OxyContin experiment played on the American people, along with many other opioids? Yeah, there's in gas stations. Yeah, I mean, to this day, gas stations have Kratom and all this other nonsense.
Dude,
I think Kratom got banned, actually. No, K2's been banned.
Yeah. Now let me tell you a story about them gas stations, right? So just for kicks and giggles, if we were probably, I don't know, 18, 19 years old.
This is just our fun aspect of the show, by the way. That's why we're speculating.
We're not, this isn't your theological deep dive.
This is just the X-File segment of our show where we have some fun.
We're just covering something strange and weird. So they used to sell something at these gas stations called, I believe it was, it started with an S, like sativa or sativia or something like that. Anyway, it was something that you
salvia.
Salvia, yes, dude. So as an 18-year-old, we go and, well, hey, it's legal. Let's go try this salvia, bro. That stuff. Like, I've never hallucinated like that in my entire life. Took a bong rip of this stuff. I kid you not, dude. I'm sitting on a ledge on a porch and I hit it, and you're supposed to hold it in. And so I hold it in and I blow it out because everything melts away. Like the people in front of me, the house, like everything just melts away. And I'm falling. Someone catches me before I fall off the porch. And for some reason, like once things like come back to normal, I didn't know what to do, but I felt the need to go into the bathroom and take a shower I was at my friend's house. It wasn't my house. So I just started, and then like in the middle of my shower, I'm like, what the blank am I doing? Like, this is ridiculous. And then I had another friend who did it, and he started talking to the TV, and that stuff was legal, man. That stuff is crazy. That's like, I don't know how they get away with that. Honestly,
I don't know. I tried Salvia as a young kid too. It did nothing to me, but my cousin freaked out, and I never believed him.
Dude,
and then I heard a lot of other people saying stories, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, man, you got to take a big hit and you got to hold it in for as long as you possibly can. Yeah, dude, I watched a friend, like I watched him do it, and he's like, he's looking at the TV and he's like, hello? I was like,
yeah, so those gas station drugs, no good.
Yeah, no bueno for the gas station drugs. 19 of you watching, hit that thumbs up button for your boy. Subscribe to our channels.
And if
and
you got
share the
anything to
show.
talk to us about, right here, we got Free Palestine in the chat. We got a lot of people talking. If you want to come up, the link is pinned.
The lines
and there it is.
Open.
I didn't mean to paste that in there. I was looking up more about the hole in the audio.
Elijah, I wanted to put your chat up. Elijah, but you dropped an F-bomb. But yes, go Bucks. Go Bucks for sure. What else do we got in the chat here? Are you guys covering the November elections? Of course we'll be covering the November elections, my friend. But for those of you, if anybody wants to come up, here's what we talked about tonight. We talked about Lindsay Clancy, the trial going on, the lady who murdered the 3 children and is trying to get off pleading insanity. She wants to be found not guilty by reason of insanity. She claims she had postpartum psychosis. We have women that, I didn't even tell you the craziest part of that story. I don't know how I left this out. 25,000 people donated $838,000 to her defense. Yes. So like these people are deranged trying to get this woman off, so much so that she's almost raised $1 million for her.
Way worse than any white girl calling a kid the N-word.
Way worse. Not even in the same stratosphere. Not even in the same stratosphere.
My goodness.
Hey, what's wrong with F-bombs? We just try to keep the show clean. You know, if you guys want to curse at each other in the chat, as long as you don't get too vulgar, I won't boot you. But we don't want any vulgarity up here, just because that's the way we are. I know. I mean, that's why we do the show together.
That's what your girl think too.
Obama 2028. Michael Obama 2028. Okay, I think Michael will run. I think Michael's going to run in 2028. We'll see how he does in the primaries.
Lots of fans in the chat.
Yeah, JFK. That's right. Hey, listen, for the 21 of you watching, you don't know what you just stumbled upon. You just stumbled upon the #1 political commentary show on Thursday nights at 9:45 p.m. where one host has a library in the background and one host has a American flag in the background. There is no other show that tops that. Steven Crowder can't do it. Tim Pool can't do it. We are the #1 show under those parameters. I mean, it's just facts. Just facts.
Facts.
Michael,
but nobody wants to come up and say anything.
Exactly. No one wants to come up. No one wants to call in the show and give their opinion on any of this stuff. During the rapid fire segment, we ran through, what was it, like 15 headlines? We talked about everything. Fauci's boy getting found guilty. We talked about immigration. We talked about El Said, how his mom funded Osama bin Laden.
Would love to talk about socialism.
Yes, socialism. If anyone is pro-socialism, please call in. If anybody is pro-capitalism, please call in. We lovers and haters. We talked about how Democrats plan on spending $15 million to shove trans stuff in our face again. Yep. We talked about a woman desecrating the World War II memorial, the Korean spa in Washington State, the baby in Texas fighting the lady fighting for custody of the baby in Texas, that the surrogate fighting for custody that the people who bought the baby wanted to abort. It's confusing, I know. We talked about a guy who ran with his daughter in a stroller and ran a 417 mile. 417, yes. And we talked about the bullet engraving. Everyone loves to talk about the Charlie Kirk conspiracy, right? We talked about the bullet engraving and how the prosecutors are trying to use that as a reason to get the death penalty. Any of that stuff is on the table, my friends. Any of that stuff is on the table.
The woman's world record is 4 minutes and 7.6 seconds. He almost beat the woman's world record with the stroller.
With a stroller. Wait a minute. So you're saying that's the record without a stroller?
Yeah.
That's the, oh my goodness. So he almost beat the women's overall world record with a stroller. That's
Finally, some pro-America guys. I get sick of people saying how bad America is. We appreciate you. Hit that
Yes.
subscribe button so you don't lose us. We appreciate
Yes,
that.
subscribe to Alex's channel and my channel, both of our channels. Alex does a lot of really cool debates. He's defending America in debates all the time. He debated Destiny and tore him a new one, in my opinion.
On the Preddy situation?
On the Alex Preddy situation. Like what, Tom? Tom, what do you want to talk about, Tom? What do you want to talk about?
Well, yeah, he
You wanna
wants to talk about real
Palestine?
issues, but this is what he's saying. He's saying the trans issues are not real issues. Yet, they are pretty high on the totem pole. Even AOC is now backing off of all these crazy stuff, supposedly saying stuff like, woke 1.0 was crazy, but woke 2.0, we're going to be measured and reasonable. So that means, yeah.
Woke 1.0.
Why do you think they're doing that?
Why do I think? Because they're trying to gaslight us, Alex. Woke 1.0 didn't go anywhere. We just read a story that they're trying to spend $15 million to push the trans stuff on us again. It didn't go anywhere. They're just trying to gaslight us. They're trying to pretend like they're not as extreme as they really were because they really want them votes. They really want them votes.
Can you text Tom Homan for me? Because Dora is crashing out in the chat.
Dora's crashing out. First of all, maggots are bugs. I don't know. If you're trying to make fun of MAGA, you got to put the A there, idiot.
Everyone who disagrees with me is a grapist.
Hold on. Do you let Muslims be honest?
I pray for their conversion.
I pray for
I
their
love
conversion
them in that sense.
to Christianity. Beating an old horse again, since MAGA has very few wins. Okay, well, even if immigration was the only win, I'd be totally fine with that. That's the number one reason I voted Trump for in the first place. But not only that, he's stopped Medicaid from funding anything transgender for minors. There's hospitals across the country, even in blue states, that are shutting down their transition minor clinics, and they're donating money to detransitioners. They have, I believe, one of them in Connecticut has like a $2 million fund now to help detransitioners detransition. He's trying to get men out of women's sports, but for the love of all that is holy, the Democrats won't let that one go. But yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Very few wins. It appears that, besides gas prices, there's quite a bit of winning going on here.
Yeah. So much winning. I'm getting
So
sick of
much
it.
Winning. All right, we got to end the show, but we do have one more caller before we end the show. Let's bring him on stage.
Kukulane, what's good? How you doing? Oh, you're muted.
You're on mute.
Sorry, yeah, I did mute early. Sorry about that.
No worries.
No worries. What's up? How you doing?
Yeah, doing well. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. Thank you for joining the show. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. Sorry, there's a few mosquitoes out here, so I'm kind of swatting maybe intermittently. But no, I wanted to ask a question in regards to obviously the Clancy case, but America kind of in general. What your thoughts were about feminism and how that affects like the church, your family, and things like that. I've had a recent experience with that myself, where things kind of go out of control with rampant feminism, which I understand some of those tenets, but the modern version of that we're dealing with right now is quite a bit different. So just your thoughts on that.
Sure. First of all, where are you from, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I'm from Ohio as well.
Right on.
Yeah.
Go Bucks. Yeah, go Bucks.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm a Buckeye, yeah, for sure.
Through and through.
Yeah.
Feminism. Yeah. I don't know enough about the early stages of feminism to really have an opinion on old types of feminism, but it's my understanding that there's never been a good type of feminism. And I think it's all just been stages that just lead us further and further down this craziness. You mentioned effects on the church. What I've seen, and I'll touch on that because I've seen that happen quite a bit, and Alex, you probably have too. Feminism in the church, it's what you see from Big Eva is the direct result of feminism. So you have all these worship songs, right? So worship songs used to be, the old time hymns, or they used to be like powerful, almost like Babylon is Falling. Like they don't sing those type of songs anymore. All the songs are Jesus is my boyfriend songs. That is a direct result of feminism. It's worship caters to women now for some reason. Men don't sing. Like if you're at a church where men sing, stay at that church because that means they're probably playing good songs. But feminism has also, like if you notice, like a lot of pastors out there only talk about the sins of men. It's very rarely do they ever throw women under the bus, for lack of a better term. But they're always preaching against the sins that men commit. It's like a men bashing session in a lot of these churches. And I think for a long time, up until Charlie Kirk's assassination, it drove men away. The number one attendees of churches were women. And then, of course, you have in the main lines, you have women pastors popping up, wearing rainbow flags now. Now you got rainbow flags outside the churches. I think this is all a direct result of feminism. I think pastors need to spend a great deal of time in the next decade, like reinforcing biblical masculinity, not toxic masculinity, but biblical masculinity. And I think we'll see that to change. Alex, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, feminism might go down as the most evil ideology in the 21st century, simply because the amount of babies that have been murdered in the name of feminism. I don't know if that's definitely not the only issue, but it might be the biggest issue. And I think when everybody says, we're on the right side of history and all this, I hate saying stuff like that, but I think for the abortion, we're going to look back and see, like, especially if we actually accomplish what we want to do with AI, and AI actually helps humanity and automation helps humanity, we're going to look at our abundance and be like, we need more people to share this abundance with. And I think we're going to look back and see why we don't have the amount of people we want on this earth to share that abundance with. I don't know. That's a big prediction, but that's my prediction.
That's a good point. I don't know. Kukulane, what do you think? Where do you stand on the subject?
Well, I don't know. I guess I think that the church has not taken a stance on it. So it's been culture who has dominated the conversation in regards to what families are. I mean, there was a nuclear family for a period of time. Like 1950s obviously was like the standard people think of, where it's like, oh, that's cliche, that's patriarchal. But it's like, well, Christianity believes that men and women are different, and there are definitely skills. Obviously, women have skills. As guys, we know we don't have, we can't have, and whether that's biological or it's their personality and their design. So I think to pretend that a secular political society can predict and make everyone equal isn't really actually embracing the value that each gender has, and it's deleterious to the to the individual as well as to the society. So, I mean, I think it's been a long process, but certainly one that has far-reaching grasps into our personal lives and into the future that no one understands or cares to talk about.
That's a good point. I think, I think people need to start caring to talk about that stuff. And I agree. Yeah, it's led directly to the destruction of the nuclear family. There's nothing wrong with men and women being different. That doesn't mean that one is better than the other. It just means that we're different.
Right.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
We can celebrate that.
Even homosexuality, when you think about that, and transgenderism, none of that would have happened if society would have been in tuned to the religious conviction that men and women are different, and those are both sacred categories. And marriage was the union of that, but all that was lost, I guess.
100%. 100%, man. Yeah. Appreciate you coming up, Kukulane. We are here every Thursday. Feel free to call in again next week. We start promptly at night. Well, sometimes promptly 9:45 p.m. We'd love to have you back on the show, man.
Hey, sounds good. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you, man. I really appreciate it. Have a good night.
See ya. Yep. Bye.
See ya. You don't have to be Christian to be an American. Yes, but if you want America to be better, you ought to be Christian.
You ought to be. If you want to not spend eternity in hell, you also ought to be Christian. There's that too. Listen, Christian values just made America a better place. And if we lose that, look, I don't care if you come here and you're a Buddhist or a Muslim and that's what you want to do. But I think your culture and your values don't have a place in governing our society. I just don't. I'm sorry. Just is what it is.
And just pragmatically and evidentiary, all of the studies done and every metric that you want a society to be better on, Christianity accomplishes that over any other ideology.
By and far.
So
By
just
far,
practically, like not even considering the truth of the matter of if it's true or not.
For sure. Folks, thank you for tuning in this Thursday night. Hit that thumbs up button if you have not yet. Subscribe to me and Alex's channels and hit that share button. All you have to do is click share. Click copy the link. You don't even have to share it. Just click copy the link so YouTube says, hey, these guys are cool. And we would very much appreciate it. No ought can be derived from an is Hume's law. Oh, gosh.
Correct. Well, it's right, but that's not what I did. I didn't say, here is America, therefore you should be Christian. I said, if you want, then. It's an if, then. It's a conditional statement. If you want a glass of water, if I want a glass of water, I ought to go refill my cup. Right? Like there's it. If you start with the conditional and the condition is met, then the ought is implied by the condition being met.
Michael Stevens, this is not a Christian nation at all. It should be a melting pot. False. It might not be a Christian nation right now because we've lost that, but it definitely was formed as a Christian nation for.
If America was better as a society, as a Christian nation versus what you consider to be a melting pot, which one ought we have?
Good point, my friend. Good point, my friend. Moscow Mitch is alive and well. I won't believe it till I see it myself. I don't believe Mitch McConnell is alive. He's weekend at Bernie's right now.
Jeez.
I can't, like, Mitch McConnell is one of those guys who's got to go. The Senate, if for those of you, any of you who've heard our opinions on the Senate before, they are the biggest letdown in American history as far as Senates go. I think might be the worst Senate in American history is the one we have right now, because independents, Republicans, and some on the left all agree that we should have voter ID. Like 74% of Americans believe we should have voter ID and it should be the law of the land, and the Senate just won't do it. And I just, Snitch Mitch, Moscow Mitch, he's a direct, he's part of the problem with that. Can't stand him. But that's neither here nor there. Folks, thank you so much for watching. We will be back next week at 9:45 p.m. on Thursday. Every Thursday. We are your boys. I think again, like I said, I will go so far as to say we probably have the best political opinions of any conservative commentators. If Steven Crowder wants to come on the show and challenge me on that, if Tim Pool wants to challenge me on that and come on the show and defend.
Tim Pool's a moderate, Jeremiah.
I consider myself an existentialist, and to give any more context than that would be contradictory to my beliefs. All right, folks, we love you guys. We'll see you next week. God bless each and every single one of you.
Have a great night, guys.